Firefighters are still working to contain the lingering hotspots and fires around the original blast site. With unknown and potentially deadly chemicals there, Mark Treglio of the International Association of Firefighters joins us now from Washington. Thanks so much for being with us. We just heard from Ivan Cabrera that it's known that calcium carbide was kept in that warehouse, but also it is being reported chemicals called potassium nitrate and ammonium nitrate, which I gather are used to make dynamite, and potentially hundreds of tons of sodium cyanide. None of this makes any sense to most of us, but as a firefighter, what does it tell you?
It tells us that a lot of planning needs to go into a pre-planned tour before you get to the scene, before the incident even happens. And it's very important that firefighters know beforehand that as they're on their way to the scene as well, that they recognize the hazards of the building and call for more help.
And in fact, they didn't know that when they went in. It's already been widely reported the firefighters had no list of chemicals when they went in, and 21 firefighters are known to be among the victims of this disaster. Obviously, no questioning their bravery, but what does that tell you about the leadership, the organization of this effort?
I can't speak for the leadership there. I know that we have those places, things like that are in check here in America. We have pre-planned tours that we do. Fire departments all across the country use preset plans set by the NFPA called API, where we assess and plan for these incidents. Fire departments across the country will tour these buildings ahead of time and know what's in there. We also have standards in the country where companies such as us have to provide documents on what's in the building, so we're prepared, knowing going into the situation what we're facing.
Well, media accounts suggest that the company running that warehouse did not provide that kind of documentation. But let me ask you, that was before the disaster, before the first explosion. Now there have been more explosions. There are still fires burning. How would you even begin to go in there and fight the fire and start the cleanup?
These incidents are very rare for fire departments. We're used to having a fire. We get on the trucks, we go as fast as we can, and we get to the fire, we put it out. These are not like that. These entail a lot of science. And to be honest, that these incidents, the best way to handle them is actually dealing with them before the incident ever happens. And this means having enough firefighters in the community. It means making sure those firefighters have the proper training that's available, as well as the proper safety equipment.
Now, you mentioned one thing crucial, and it's to the point about the safety equipment. We think about firefighters, we think about the scene you just described. Men on trucks using water, but they can't use water, can they?
No, in many instances, water can be an agitator or a catalyst that interacts with the chemicals and only makes the matter worse.
Astonishing. It's not clear what they're going to do, except that they have a mess on their hands. Mark Treglio of the International Association of Firefighters, thanks so much for talking with us.
Thank you for having me.
Italian authorities say